So we might talk about England. They got their opening night win, just about. Harry Kane delivered in the end. Overall, was it a promising start? Was there signs of potential that England could do something in this tournament?
I didn't think so, Nathan. They deserved to win the match, there's no doubt about that. Kane did well, and they won it in the end, and could have had it over early on in the game. But what I found strange about it was, first of all, the team selection. He played with one midfield player. Well, the midfield player, which was Henderson. The rest was Dele Alli, Lingard, Sterling. And when I watched the way they were playing, Nathan, Henderson was the only one in the middle of the field. All the other players were in front of him. They weren't midfield players. Lingard's not a midfield player. Sterling's not a midfield player. Dele Alli's not really a midfield player, you know? So anytime I saw Henderson on the ball, these players were in front of him. Now, it can work because when the opposition had the ball, they were on top of them. But if they, in my opinion, if they play a team, one of the top teams, that get past the front five, as it were, they're going to kill them. And what wasn't good about it, in my opinion, he's been in the job for 2 years, Nathan. Now, over the 2 years, you're preparing your team. In other words, you have a squad of players, you don't know what they can do, so what you have to do is establish as quickly as you can, it might be 5 matches, 6 matches, 7 matches, what's my best team, right? And once you come to that conclusion, that's my best team, you play them as often as you can, because you're always learning from match to match to match to match. Now, that doesn't mean you exclude the other players. In other words, if he's telling the right back this is what he wants him to do, the lad who could come in from is also learning that. So when he comes in, he knows what to do. That's called preparation, right? That's you have to make as much common sense as you possibly can.
Yeah.
You gather your greatest players, you come to the conclusion, there's my best team, as quickly as you possibly can, you play them as often as you can, and you get the other lads to do, when they come in, this is what I want you to do as well. Right. Now, from what I can see, in the first competitive match that he's had since he's taken over, that team never played together again before. Did you?
No, and I don't think a month ago anyone expected that to be the team. Exactly. That it would be such an attacking team.
But it's after 2 years, right? When you're going into the first competitive match, first of all, that's your team. That's your best players in the best positions, and you work on that. Every match you play, you put that right, you put that right, you put that right. When you go into the first competitive match, nobody could know what's going to happen. You just don't know. If the team, it's only common sense. If the team had never played together before, you hadn't seen it playing, how would you know what they're going to do? You're on a wing and a prayer, right? That team should be established. The players should be established in that. That didn't happen. Now, they deserved to win the match. I don't think the opposition was all that good. And it went very, very close, as we know, because they made a really good start to the game. And luckily enough, the team against them was the worst team I've ever seen for set pieces. You know, they were worst. But they got away with it in the end. I mean, they could have easily dropped it to Harry Kane did well. But what is he going to do for the next match? Is he going to say, OK, the tactics for the next match are going to be completely different to that? That can happen. But I've never seen the sense in that, Nathan. Because once you change the team for the next match, you don't know how they're going to do.